Yeah, well, when I moved to Leytonstone about 6-7 years ago, there was venues, but didn't feel like there was a kind of a collective kind of music identity. And I think the thing that really kind of was the big catalyst was the reopening of the Red Lion Ballroom, which is a beautiful big ballroom space, which in the past had hosted gigs by like Roxy Music and Genesis and Yes and various bands, and then kind of sort of slightly fallen by the wayside. And then it reopened again about sort of 3 years ago, and that was the kind of the catalyst. I thought, to put shows in there, but also kind of have smaller, because it's a big space, but so to also have some smaller spaces around the area as well, and really have something where people could kind of explore Leytonstone and kind of make it a sort of as much about the sort of social element as much as the music element.
I know that you've got a background in curating kind of lineups for big festivals. With this, did you want to keep it hyper-local in terms of the musicians? Did you want to make sure they had some connection to the area, or at least East London, or did it not matter?
No, I wanted it to be, I mean, there is quite a lot of local bands playing. I wanted to make sure there was, there was some kind of connection to the area. I didn't want it to feel like just a local festival, because the whole point of it is a kind of attracting kind of, sort of talent, and also people who maybe don't live in the area to kind of come and sort of discover Leytonstone as well. So it was kind of, it's key to have a local identity, but I definitely didn't want it to feel like it was just a local festival, sort of only for sort of local people.
It's not a local thing for local people. Everyone's invited. Let's talk about some of those on the bill then, including Steve Davis. How you got him? I know he's been around for a while now as a DJ. Not what we'd know him for.
No, well, I mean, he was always a kind of like a huge record collector, like right back into kind of his snooker days, and then a few years ago, he sort of started doing occasional shows, and he's really kind of developed that kind of whole DJ. He works with another kind of DJ called Kavis Tarabi, who's another kind of alternative music kind of legend, really, and the two of them just sort of construct these really sort of amazing, fun sort of sets of like really unexpected music. It's like, I think like you go and every set they play is very, very different. It's very experimental, but very, very fun. It's not kind of, it's not like experimental for the sake of it. It's all about kind of working a dance floor. And they're just a great, great sort of fun, entertaining kind of live act. So really delighted that, they're coming to play.
A lot of people in this area as well, young families, there's plenty for them to do too. This isn't just about those kind of people who want to go and enjoy music at a later kind of night kind of feel. Yeah,
I mean, the venues are all open to under 18s as well. So like last year we had a lot of kind of sort of parents coming with their kids, and kind of, it's a good maybe introduction to festivals, kind of take people, sort of children around to kind of see some bands. But we've actually this year in the ballroom, we've got the Big Fish, Little Fish family rave. And Big Fish, Little Fish are a group that do like a really amazing kind of family parties, and they're kind of very different, I guess, to some family discos in that they're not all kind of what you'd expect a family. It's like a proper party, but just very kind of safe and very aimed at kind of families. And we'll have kind of like the sort of all kinds of confetti cannons and bubble machines and lights and things. So it's a really kind of fun party just for all families.
Yeah, something for everybody to enjoy. If you were to pick one person from the bill that would be who you were looking forward to most, is that unfair to ask?
Yeah, well,
yes,
I mean, there's loads of acts. I mean, we've got 30 bands. One thing I'm kind of particularly kind of sort of passionate about is because Alfred Hitchcock was from Leytonstone. He's kind of Leytonstone's probably most famous son. So we've actually screening an old 1927 Hitchcock silent film. We've got a live DJ and kind of live act providing a score over the top of that, and that's all going to be on the big screen. So I think that's going to be really special. But yeah, there's great bands, and across sort of all 4 stages. So difficult to pick one, but yeah, I think people are definitely going to find something that they're going to be into. So.